Hi, I'm Gary White for Central Kentucky Television. I'm here with Lizzie Spalding at the Marion County Extension Office for our cooking segment each month that we get to do healthy cooking, right?
Yes.
But actually, I think, now is this cooking or is this baking?
This is
technically
not baking.
So I guess it is cooking.
It's really mixing
Mixing, there you go, okay. This month we're mixing.
Cooking.
It's February, which is Heart Health Month, and also Valentine's Day happens to fall in February as well.
Yes.
So we have a recipe that Lizzie came up with that kind of is good for your heart, but also might be good for your romance too, right?
Well, Gary, you asked me to try to find a dessert recipe, and so I said I will try to find something healthier, a healthier version. So we're going to make some dark chocolate cherry candies today.
Super.
So that dark chocolate's always better for us than the milk chocolate is. So.
Right, it's better for your heart than some other ones, right?
Yeah, dark chocolate actually does have some nutritional benefits. Of course, that is if eaten in moderation, but it has lots of antioxidants in it, which are good for us. So.
And then the cherries have some red, so it kind of brings in the Valentine's thing, right?
Right.
Okay.
And you are still getting chocolate. It's just not milk chocolate with all that sugar in it. So.
Did you like dark chocolate? Or do you prefer milk chocolate? I think you said last time you prefer.
Well, I like dark chocolate if it's in things. Like these cookies, since it's got the cherries and the pretzels, it's got the little sweet and salty in there, I can eat it. But just as far as eating a dark chocolate candy bar, no, I don't like it.
And are they almonds?
They are almonds.
Okay, and almonds are good for you too,
Yes.
when eaten in moderation.
Right.
Okay, so it's dark chocolate cherry candies that we're going to be making today. So what do we start?
Well, we've got one package of dark chocolate morsels here. And then it calls for a cup of sliced almonds.
Okay.
And those come in, if you're buying the pre-packaged, pre-sliced ones, a half cup serving. So you'll need 2 bags of those.
Okay.
And then it calls for 6 ounces of dried cherries. So it takes a package of those. And then we're going to have 2 cups of pretzels crushed. So
cool.
Simple ingredients, only a few. So.
And then we're going to bake it?
We are actually going to melt our chocolate and just mix this all together.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to put our dark chocolate morsels in this double boiler. The recipe actually says to microwave it, but I do not like to microwave chocolate. I think it has a better texture whenever you actually melt it on the stove.
Okay.
But if you're going to do that, you want to make sure that you're using a double boiler. That way it doesn't burn and stick to the pan.
Right.
And all that is these 2 sets of pans you can buy, and this one's got a little lip in it, so it sits in here. And you put water in this bottom one.
Okay. And you want to make sure that the water doesn't mix with the chocolate, right? Because that can change it too, right?
You're just going to put that water in the bottom and your chocolate on top, and that water is what's going to heat that and melt it. It's not actually going to touch the heat.
Okay.
So.
Now, do you have to put anything in there to keep the chocolate from sticking to it, or will it stick to it anyway? Do you spray it or anything?
No, and it'll go in there, and since it's melted, when you scrape that out, it'll come out. It's going to, of course, chocolate's going to stick in there, but it's nothing that you won't be able to get out.
Okay, cool.
Now, if you didn't use the double boiler and you put that directly on that heat source, then you're going to have a mess to clean up. So you want to make sure you use that to melt.
Okay, so we got our double I can't say it either, double boiler there for our chocolate. Okay.
Right, and I'm going to go ahead first before we do that so our chocolate doesn't get hard. I'm going to see our cherries are just whole dried pieces, and I'm actually going to slice those up some. So I'm going to do that first, just so they're in smaller pieces.
Yeah, you don't want a big chunk of cherry.
And the good thing about this recipe...
And they're dried?
They are dried. And all of your dried stuff, fruits have, quite a bit of sugar in them. So while they are good for us, that's another one of those things that you want to eat in moderation.
Right, and they may stick to your teeth.
Right. Make sure you brush your teeth really well after.
Exactly. Exactly.
But the good thing about this recipe is that a lot of the stuff is interchangeable, and you can kind of just make it however you choose. It calls for cherries, but you could put other dried fruits in there if you chose to.
Okay. Yeah, so you can make with like apricots or something.
Right.
Something different.
Or cranberries.
Cranberries, yeah, that'd be another red one.
They have lots of different types of dried fruit, so you could put whatever you wanted in there. Make it your own.
That's right. Make it unique.
And it's the same way with the almonds. You wouldn't necessarily have to put almonds in there either. You could put whatever kind of nut. You could put peanuts or whatever
Yeah, pecans.
you wanted in there. Yeah, or pecans or walnuts or.
Almonds are my favorite though.
I like almonds in dessert, so
Yeah.
I'm with you on that one.
Yeah. I'm not a huge walnut fan. Do you like walnuts?
I think they tend to have a bitter taste, so I prefer to use pecans
Yeah.
usually over those in recipes.
I like pecans too. So how much of the cherries?
It
A
is
cup?
6 ounces.
6 ounces, okay.
So if you get a package of those, you should have 6 ounces in there.
Okay. And how many people is this supposed to serve?
With this, it kind of depends on how big you make them. So
Okay.
if you want big clusters when you get finished, then it's going to make less, or you can make the smaller ones. You can kind of make it go as far as you want it to.
Okay. So you can decide on the quantity
Right.
of your candies, right? Or dark chocolate cherry candies they're making. And again, they're good for this month, particularly since it is
Right.
Heart Health Month, since we're going with the dark chocolate as opposed to the milk chocolate, and a lot of different ingredients that are actually kind of
We're making
Helpful.
some healthy substitutions here. So
right, exactly. Making it better.
you can eat these instead of eating your milk chocolate candies that your significant other has bought you.
Exactly. Say dark chocolate.
And these are good too because it's very minimal. You just heat up your chocolate and mix it all together, and it's really simple and fast and easy.
And something that you can make yourself too, which is instead of going to the store and buying the milk chocolate candy boxes, you can maybe put some
Right.
effort in and make these yourself. So that would be something that
Or if
they
you're
may
looking
appreciate.
for something to do with your kids, this is definitely something that they could help you with the mixing and the dropping of the cookies. So
Right.
it can be not only for, if you're fixing it for your significant other, you can also fix it for your kids and have them help you with
That's
it. It'd be a
right.
fun
They can enjoy
Valentine's
it.
activity.
And I think I heard you say that we're going to be crushing these pretzels eventually too, which the kids
Right.
would love that.
Yes, they definitely would.
So as long as there's some fun elements in there,
Right, and they always like to mix stuff, so.
There are dried cherries.
Just got those chopped up into some smaller pieces.
Okay.
And I'm going to go ahead and crush up our 2 cups of pretzel sticks. Now these are just going to be broken up. You could use sticks or twist pretzels. I got the sticks just because I think they're easier to break up.
Okay. So it doesn't matter, just whatever you want to do
Right.
for your pretzels. And you want to, well, preferably I would want to get the pretzels that have salt on them.
Yes, you could
As
get
opposed to
unsalted,
saltless,
but
yeah.
especially with dark chocolate, me personally think that you need
Something to
some
break
of that
that bite.
sweet or salty or something else in there with it,
Yeah.
since dark chocolate tends to be a little bitter.
When I was younger, my dad used to eat all the saltless pretzels. I just thought, oh, salt's one of the best parts of it.
Right, pretzels are a really good snack. They're low calorie, but the salt's what gets you on them.
Yeah. They are low calorie?
Well, they're for a snack option. They're
Yeah.
a lower calorie snack.
Yeah. Than eating a candy bar.
Right. Well, they're definitely a better alternative than chips.
Yes.
It's what we try to do at my house. Pretzels.
They're a better
over
option.
chips.
That's right.
It's all about that substitution and making those better choices.
Exactly. Better choices. And that's what we're doing here, and that's what we do
Right.
every month with the extension offices here in Marion and Nelson counties. Where'd you get this recipe from? Was it from your Plated Up series, or?
It's not actually. I we have a search engine on our University of Kentucky webpage, and you can search other extension
Okay.
agencies, and I got it off of there. So
So we thank one of the other extension services for
For this
providing this
recipe.
for us. For our dark chocolate cherry candies.
but this is kind of something,
See, like this is some fun stuff that people could be doing.
right, and this is something that you could do on your own. You wouldn't necessarily even have to follow a recipe for it, just because you can mix whatever you like together. Something fun that you can just do whatever you want with it.
Yeah, because we were saying with the substitutions of the any of the kind of dried fruit would be adequate. You know, the different nuts. If you have different kinds of nuts that you like, that can do. You could even maybe do this with a white chocolate. Now we're losing the kind of the heart healthy element, I guess, right?
You can add some sugar in there.
Or you could do it with no chocolate, I guess. Just eat smaller quantities.
We have got our 2 cups of pretzels in there, and
Okay.
now I'm gonna go ahead and dump our dark chocolate in here, and we're gonna heat that up on the stove. So,
Sounds good. With our double boiler,
Double boiler,
right?
yes.
Right. So we're going to take a break, and when we come back, maybe we'll have some melted chocolate that we can add to our pretzels and all the other stuff. So stay with us here on Central Kentucky Television.